This is Eric J coming at you with street news. No, we ain't professional, and neither is 29-year-old Geraldine Perkins, who confessed in court that she watched her ex-boyfriend, Raheem Smith, beat to death her 6-year-old son, Zamir Perkins. So look, according to the reports, Perkins said she was awoken by Smith yelling at her son for defecating in the living room and hiding it. When she ran inside, she saw her hawking boyfriend hovering over terrified Zamir, cursing him and poking him in the stomach with the sharp end of a broken broomstick. He started to strike him with the broomstick, beating him from his chest to his legs with the broomstick. Said Perkins, "Why the F did you take a S? Why did you take a effing S in here? There's a bathroom. You could have used the bathroom," she said. Smith yelled at the little boy. Perkins told jurors on Tuesday that she believed her son hid his stool in the living room because the apartment had no electricity and he was afraid to walk in the bathroom in the dark. Asked by Assistant District Attorney Kerry O'Connor whether Perkins felt the beating was merited, Perkins appeared to agree, saying, "I felt he was wrong for doing that in the living room." The beating intensified when Smith picked up a screaming Zamir from the floor and brought him into the bathroom, where he was waterboarded before pulling down the shower rod and unleashing another beating. He was going limp, like unresponsive, Perkins said. Unfazed, Perkins said she thought Smith thought the boy was pretending to be unconscious, a survival tactic he tried before when Smith beat him. She testified. Perkins said, "Usually when this happened, the couple would try to smack him just to see if he was faking, and he will get up, but Zamir didn't wake up this time," Perkins said, which didn't stop Smith from hanging the little boy's emaciated body on the bathroom door. Perkins said at some point she took her son down and Smith tossed him into an unused bedroom where he landed between the wall and the bed. He looked like he was dead, his mother testified. Perkins said hours later she finally sought medical assistance for her son, who she intensively knew was dead. According to Perkins, while Zamir lay dying, Smith went out to get them breakfast and Perkins cleaned the living room, the bedroom, and read the Bible. She said eventually she tried mouth-to-mouth resuscitation and chest compressions after a bath didn't awake the battered child. "I was hoping he'll just wake up out of whatever was going on with him. I was just hoping he'll get up," she said. Asked what she truly believed during those crucial moments, Perkins testified that, "My baby is dead, and I'm gonna be in jail, and I'm in a lot of trouble." When Smith returned home hours later, he ordered Perkins to take the boy out of the building through an exit away from their apartment and lie if anyone asked where she came from. He said to tell people Zamir had suffered food poisoning at a homeless shelter. Perkins testified before leaving, however. Perkins said, "She spent 10 minutes putting on a wig and makeup. I'm very self-conscious about how I look outside," she said. Listen, I got a question. How bad do you want to be in a relationship? How bad do you want a man in your life? Who are you willing to sacrifice to have a man in your life? And to some of y'all, these questions are easy, but clearly everybody don't feel the same way. This man was only doing what you allowed him to do. He seen that you didn't care about your son. He knew that you cared more about him than you did for your son, and he took advantage of it. This man didn't love you, and the reason I know that is because your son is a part of you. Whether you care to acknowledge it or not, this little boy came from you. When he was destroying your son, he was also destroying you. And I know it's not my place to ask, what was you reading the Bible for? But I'm curious. What scriptures were you searching for? Was you asking God to keep your son alive so he could go another day without you protecting him? Or was you pleading to God to keep him alive another day so he could experience what it feels like to live with a mother who turns her head while her abusive boyfriend uses him as a punching bag? I would really like to know your purpose for reading the Bible. I got a Bible scripture for you. Isaiah 49, verse 15. Can a woman forget her nursing child, that she should have no compassion on the son of her womb? Even these may forget, yet I will not forget you. Listen, we've all heard the saying, love is blind, and in some cases it is, but in some cases it's just not love at all. I've uploaded nearly 150 videos in 2019, and in 2020 I plan to double that. And listen, street news wasn't created to bash or belittle any race or agenda. It was simply created to bring attention to issues that's being overlooked by the mainstream media. And lastly, you said you had to fix your wig and makeup before you left the house because you're self-conscious. I actually agree with you on that, but you a lot of other things too, like a bad mother. The man that you chose to call your boyfriend was a monster, and you knew that, but you didn't care because he was taking his anger and frustrations out on your son and not you.